The days were getting shorter and shorter, the nights longer and longer. Kit could see more and more yellow leaves on the bed grass. Kit remembered, of course, that he would be going to school soon. But it's one thing when school is soon, and another thing when it's tomorrow morning. Kit washed himself and dried his ears, trimming his nails, and laying his books, notebooks, and pencil in his bright green school bag. "Wonderful," said his mom. "Now let's go to bed. Tomorrow will be a big day." Kit lay down and fell asleep almost immediately. He started to dream. Kit was walking along the forest path all by his lonesome, without his coat or school bag. He was going somewhere, but he did not know where. The forest was getting darker and darker, and the moon was about to hide behind some clouds. It was quiet and cold in the old forest. "I'm scared," thought Kit to himself. "I'm lost." Suddenly he heard voices. Kit paused, listened, and took notice of a dim light in the depths of the forest. "There's somebody there," Kit said to himself. "I don't know who they are, but maybe they'll help me to find my way home." So no matter what Mommy had said about never talking with strangers, Kit started walking faster. He reached a clearing where a number of forest animals had gathered around an old windy stump. On the stump sat a very important acting bear, Clarence, and right by him the black boar, Grum. Kit remembered what his mommy had said about them. The bear was called Clarence because of his clarion voice. But Mommy didn't say why Grum, the boar, was named that way. Kit could now hear what they were saying, and got a good look at the other forest dwellers. He stopped by a birch tree and started listening. "I never went to school, you know," said Grum, continuing his side of an argument. "And I don't regret a bit. I find accounts all by myself. Sure, I can't read, but so what? Does it make me stupider? Not in the least. I'm healthy, full, and happy." Clarence shook his head in disagreement. "I wouldn't say so," objected a wolf. "School is important. I never went. My mother and dad always had other things going on. The three little pigs, Little Red Riding Hood, and her grandmother, and then hunters. You know how it was. But now it's a real pain that I don't know the alphabet. I can't read newspapers or write a letter. I walk into the city and I don't even know what's written on the signs. I scratch my head trying to guess what's they're saying. That's why literacy is no joking matter for my cubs. I'm buying them books and everything." Kit guessed that this was the good wolf, who scares neither rabbits nor squirrels. The wolf had gone against family traditions and never attacked any animals, let alone eating them. The cuckoo bird edged into the conversation. "Maybe Mommy Ellie can say. She went to the forest school when she was little, and they say her boy is getting ready to go to school soon." "Just keep quiet, would you?" The she-rabbit raised both her paws as she said it. "You never went to school and you don't have kids now, and you never did. What are you doing here?" But Kit stopped listening to the bickering of the cuckoo bird and she-rabbit. As soon as they mentioned his mommy, Kit snapped to attention and looked the direction in which the cuckoo's beak was pointing. Was his mommy really here? She was. Leaning on some blackberry bushes stood Mommy Ellie. She was covered by a white lace shawl wrapping her shoulders, with the beads made of dried red berries. Standing silently, she did not seem to want to say anything. "So what I was wondering, Ellie dear," started the good wolf. "We all know you. You're not just forest smart, but smart. And you're smart because you went to school. So tell us, how studying helped you out?" Tell us! Grum edged her on in his loud voice. "Won't you feel sorry for your poor little kid? Waking him up early in the morning and dragging him to school and dragging him to the Wizened Owl. And just what do you not like about our teacher? Intoned Clarence. You did not even go to school. Kid did not like anything that Grum was saying. It just wasn't true. Kid knew for sure that his mother would never make him do something that he did not want to do. Suddenly, Kid imagined his mommy dragging him with great effort as he resists, scratching, yelling, and flailing with all four paws. At first, this idea almost made him cry. But suddenly, he burst into laughter, so loudly that all of the heads turned in his direction. "Mommy! Mommy!" called out Kid, not knowing what else to do. He had, after all, ended up in the company of adults and heard things that children are probably not supposed to hear. "Mommy!" Kid yelled again, opening his eyes. The dim light of his green lamp illuminated his room, table, chairs, and dresser. Everything was in its place. Outside the window, it was night, darkness thickening behind the curtain. The door to his room quietly opened as his mom came inside. "You were screaming, Kid. It was so loud." She took a close look at her son. "Did you have a nightmare?" Kid nodded. A cuckoo bird popped out of the clock, sounding 12 times and then hiding again. The little fox looked first at the bird and then at his mother, noticing the beads of dried red berries, just like he had seen in his dream. "I had a dream. It wasn't that scary," he said, not quite sure of himself. "But when I fall asleep again, I don't want to go back to it." "Sleep, Kid. Get your rest," smiled his mom. "I'll sit with you for a bit until you find your way to a good dream, alright? I can sing you a song too, the one I sang when you were still so tiny. Just a small, fuzzy, silly head." Silly head? Kid did not like this word. He furrowed his brow. "You never called me a silly head. Or did I forget?" Silly head is not the same thing as stupid. Every little boy is silly at first when he comes into the world. He does not understand how anything works. But then he goes to school and learns. "You were never stupid, Kid," Mommy Ellie soothed him. "Here, turn on your side and listen." She softly sang. "Rest, my kid, the hour is late. The night is dark and sleep awaits. Bright the moon shines up above. The stars dance round with carefree sound." Mommy Ellie paused for a moment and began even more quietly. "Soon's a new day, how shall I wake? I must sleep now and lay my head down." And now she felt completely silent. Kid was sound asleep, his front paws folded beneath his cheek. His mommy tucked in his blanket, flicked off the lamp, and carefully, to not make a sound, closed the door.